So now UKIP, they did have a mission to get rid of immigration and that, and now they have a different mission. What would you say that is?
Oh dear, I'm not very good at thinking on my feet when I'm not.
Well, just make it up like UKIP, then.
You mean where are we heading next?
Yeah, where are you going now?
Right. I think we have to be around to ensure the sort of Brexit that we voted for.
And what exactly is that?
Certainly control over immigration was top of most people's agenda.
You do realise that most of the immigrants, 60,000 immigrants, have already left because they think the country's going to the dogs. So we're getting that already from simply people leaving.
Yes,
so what else are you after?
Well, in a way, the fact that there's people leaving is the problem is starting to be solved already.
And as well as the immigrants leaving, actually quite a lot of the businesses that support the taxis, that support the NHS, and the people who are rich are also leaving. So was that part of your plan?
Well, the last letter I have published in the Advertiser, I had 4 altogether when it came to the referendum campaign, and it said that Cameron and Osborne were totally out of touch with the electorate because the sort of people who wanted to leave the European Union were the sort of people who didn't mind if they were a bit poorer. And these were people who had nothing. These were people who had far less...
Ah, there we have the Bob Dylan thing. When you got nothing, you got nothing to lose. That thing, that Trump thing.
No, I don't think so. No, they were very well informed people. They weren't ignorant people.
No, Bob Dylan's not ignorant. He's quite clever.
No, but the liberal lefty where, you know, they imagine that the whole planet is like God's paradise. They're living in the world as they would like it to be, not in the world as it is.
I come from the dark satanic mills of Medway, where we have a lot of immigrants and they work jolly hard and they pay our taxes.
Yeah.
Do you not? Is it really down to the blacks?
Of course not.
No.
When I was younger, I had a West Indian boyfriend, and I'd have another one tomorrow if I could find one who ran.
So you don't mind a bit? You don't mind a bit of black then, as long as they're not paying the tax.
UKIP is not a racist party. Absolutely not. What happened was when the BNP collapsed,
You took their members.
a lot of BNP supporters thought they would find a home in UKIP, and they do not have a home in UKIP at all. Right, I've said.
Can we come for tea later on? We've both got purple on.
I only wandered down to find out what your views are, and I've not found anything. I don't know if you're on the same side as me,
come
on
and
the
speak to
opposite
us.
side or anything.
Well, sorry.
You keep asking me questions.
Well, we want to stop Brexit. We want to. We are.
Lord, you're on the other side.
You didn't realise?
Oh, no, I didn't.
It's not obvious, is it really?
No, because you kept me until. Well, you've got both flags, you see, so it's not obvious.
One word on the economy, madam. One word on the economy. What are we to expect from Brexit on the economy?
We are patriots
All I can say is
we're doing it for our
I've got a friend. Of course, we all love our country. But we all have different visions of what we would like the future to be, and none of us know what the future. Well, all I know is that you can have a micro business where you're trading with the whole world. You're trading internationally.
How are we going to have that, old girl, if the rest of the world is saying bugger off Little England?
How, if you double the distance, do you keep the same trade when there is a law of life that says the reason we trade in a geographical area is because it's convenient and distance matters?
Right, well, I think...
It's a tough one.
It isn't tough at all, because I've thought this one through a long time ago as well. Right, if you've got a very specialised sort of business, it is completely irrelevant that the European Union is a market of 500 million people. If you've got a product that is for, say, for a horse, your customers will be people who own horses, and most people do not. Therefore,
I don't own a horse.
No, I do. So you will have customers worldwide because your customers are horse owners. They're not people in the European Union. Right. Yes, I want Marwin along because many people wrongly think that UKIP is a racist party, and it doesn't matter how many ethnic minorities we have in UKIP. Some people just continue to be ill-informed. So Marwin is our youngest member of the Maidenhead branch of UKIP.
Well,
over to you, Marwin.
Yeah.
Let's ask Marwin a few questions. I'm Robert Peston. Well, how do you see the future of Britain in terms of, obviously you're committed to Brexit. Your mission has finished on Brexit in a sense, or it's not over yet, but you have now you need a new plan, obviously, about the economy, social matters, and other ethical affairs and environmental things. Tell me anything you want to do about what you foresee Brexit Britain will look like that's better than what we've got at the moment.
Okay, so people think that everything's over because we've voted to leave. Well, the horses have bolted, but we haven't reached the finish line. And I think UKIP needs to be there to hold the government to account because Theresa May cannot be trusted. And I think you probably agree with me on that.
Well, we agree on that.
Yes.
Theresa May cannot be trusted.
No, she can't. She flip-flops and changes her mind depending on which way the wind blows. And
can Nigel Farage be trusted?
He's consistent. He's been anti-EU since day one, and you can't fault him on that. So yes.
I wanted to address the gentleman's point on trade deals. It's all very well saying we could trade with the rest of the world,
Yep.
and initially when the Leave vote came through, I did think, well, sometimes a change is as good as a rest. However, having researched the subject and not only leave aside the amount of trade we already do with the EU and the benefits that we have, and actually EU legislation largely benefits us rather than the other way round. If you're aware, but countries such as Australia, India, 6 African nations, and now even Donald Trump, of all people, have said that they'll put the EU ahead of us.
I'm going to have to be like Andrew Neil. What is your question?
So your question is?
That was my question. The gentleman made a point about worldwide trade. I'm challenging and these trade deals. Well, unfortunately, these trade deals that were mentioned don't look like they're happening because the countries that we've tried to do trade deals with are putting the EU ahead of that.
The question is, the trade deals are not happening. How do you respond?
Okay, well, we are the 5th largest economy in the world. Well, that's because people keep talking this country down, and it's not.
They're really trying to keep it up there.
Okay, so do you respect the results of the referendum?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry about that.
The gentleman down there have offered to buy you a drink. They reckon you'll perform better if you get a few points of steroids.
Oh, right, okay, that's all.
I said I didn't know if you were a drinker.
Well, I've got a couple of questions from our Foreign Secretary, but before we do that, he's behind me. But before we do that, I want to ask you to talk a little bit about the current Tory cabinet and what you think about their strengths, and particularly why we should vote them out.
So, one thing I'm sure we can agree on is we want to get rid of the Conservative cabinet. Why do I want to do that? Okay, so Theresa May, there's actually a leaflet being handed out about half a kilometre down the high street, and it has a picture of Theresa May with 3 other Remain campaigners. And she's not only betrayed you, she's betrayed us, because if she really believed in her heart of hearts that it was in Britain's best interest to leave the EU, she would have campaigned to do so from day one. So she's a political opportunist who cannot be trusted, and I think there are some Brexiteers in the cabinet, I think, who are trustworthy, like David Davis, because he has been a Brexiteer from day one and he hasn't flip-flopped. But in my opinion, Theresa May is unprincipled and politically opportunistic.
Okay, thank you very much, Marvin. I think that's another drink you just earned. We do have the Foreign Secretary with us, who is an expert in diplomacy and trade and human relationships and bicycles. I wonder if you have a question for us, Boris.
Yes, what is my question? Do you not agree that David Davis may have had made a mistake in betraying his own words from 2002? Don't vote on a blank sheet of paper and then fill in the details later, because that's the problem. We've had a referendum on a completely binary question, and then that we've decided afterwards what that actually means. And I'm like, yes, and the government I work for still doesn't seem to know what it means. We just keep saying Brexit means Brexit.
So David Davis, I mean, should you have a plan for a monumental change like this, or should you just improvise your way into the future?
Yeah, he should definitely have a plan. Yeah, the answer is yes.
So David Davis really is a sly fox at that level.
I think the Leave campaign should have been more organised, to say the least, in terms of arranging what will happen after. But let's face it, Boris Johnson didn't expect to win, and I'm sure Boris can attest to that.
Have you any final remarks before you get drinks for your sterling performance?
Keep calm and carry on.
Actually, let's thank this gentleman. He's meant to be great, I think, to do this at this age. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Foxy lady. Here I come, baby.